the English language and translation team. تحول platform is a creative platform that aims to support young talents and help to grow it through building and creating programs that focuses on exploring and developing talents. I'm Daniel Turkey, and I will be your host for tonight's lecture called Advices on Learning the English Language and the Common Mistakes that the Beginner Learners Tend to Fall Into. This lecture will be presented by our lecturer, Mr. Nacim Bلكحلة. Mr. Bلكحلة has a license certificate in teaching the English language from Algeria University and a CELTA certificate in teaching the English language from Cambridge University. You can go ahead and start, Mr. Nacim.
Thank you so much for this introduction. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Good evening. My name is Nacim Bلكحلة, and as the Mrs. now has just said, I'm a teacher of English. I've been teaching this beautiful language for more than 10 years. I also has created my own Facebook page called Practice Makes Perfect, where I try people learn English, and it really works. And why we are here is to help you, to give you some pieces of advice on how to learn English, and also some common mistakes that many learners make that hinders their improvement. Now, I just would like to say that this speech is going to be in English. I'm going to do my best to speak slow and steady, and if you would like me to stop and repeat, or maybe explain something in Arabic as well, so I can speak Arabic as well, but I prefer English, so just let me know. Great. Let's get started, and I'm going to show you something first. Can you see this? Pieces of advice to learn English?
Yes.
Great. Now, of course, there are a lot of pieces of advice. There are a lot of, there are a lot of signs that help you learn English. I have selected the most important one. I'm going to read them all, and then I will come back to one by one to explain them. So number one, you have be determined. Never underestimate yourself. Listen to more English every day. Read out loud. Choose the method that suits you. Learn phrases, not single words. Reward yourself and be happy of your achievements. Now, let's get back to the very first point. Be determined. What do I mean by be determined? Being determined. Here, we mean to be serious, to know what are we doing. Because many people say, yeah, I would like to learn English. I want to, I'm eager, I'm keen, I'm fond of this language. But when it comes to work, there is nothing. When it comes to seriousness, there is nothing. When it comes to willingness and readiness, we don't find it. Now, how can we be determined? Now, maybe you are going to ask ourselves, like, it's easy to say be determined, but how? First of all, try to set a goal. Try to ask yourself, why do I want to learn English? Let me give you some examples. I think like all of you are or have graduated from university, or maybe you are still studying in the university. But I am sure that 100% of you are going to university to secure their future, to have a job, to be educated, okay? So you have a reason, you have a goal, you have a target. The same thing with English. Try to ask yourself, this question is very important. What do I want from English? Why is English important for me? The answers might be, I need it in my work, to travel, to communicate. I need it on social media. I need it, language is the business language, is the language of technology. Try to find an answer. Why is that important? Once you find the answer, it's going to be the key element that pushes you to learn English. Now, if we compare two people, someone who has set a goal, who has got ambitions, and others who doesn't, who do you think is going to learn fast? Who do you think is going to work hard? Who do you think is going to be able to speak English after a period of time? Of course, is number one. Of course, is the person who has goals. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Guys?
We are hearing. Go on.
Okay, great. Great, very good. So I was saying, of course, the first one who has got a goal, an objective in his life is going to have reasons. And this is what we call, when you have a goal, you are going to be determined. And this is the source of determination. Okay, so number one, be determined. Let's go on to the second point, which is never underestimate yourself. I put this one, the second point. Why? Because many people are determined, they are ready, they are ready to work hard, they have a goal in life, but they underestimate themselves. They don't trust themselves. يعني لا يثقون في أنفسهم. Like, I'm saying this because I'm a teacher, and sometimes I have some students from the very first day, they come and say, we come to learn English, but we know that we are going to fail. Why do you say that? Why do you underestimate yourself? Some people say we are very slow learners. No, you are not a slow learner. Maybe the method you are following is wrong. Maybe the thing you are doing to learn English is wrong, but you are not slow. You are not stupid. You are not, you have to trust yourself, because I have read an article that spoke about the psychological state of the learner. The psychological state is very important, and the brain believes your emotions, your feelings. If you say, I'm going to fail, then you are going to fail. If you say, I can do it, I'm going to work, and I will do it, then your brain will help you, will believe your emotions, and it will start working to give results. Okay, now what I would like you to do, first of all, to trust yourself, to be positive. Positiveness is very important in the learning process. Don't be negative, and don't surround yourself with negative people. Don't surround yourself with those who try to get you down, to put you down. Those who say, come on, you are wasting your time. Don't learn English. Like, oh God, what are you going to do with it? Never. So always try to listen to your inner voice. If you want to do something, then you will do it. Okay? Don't sabotage yourself. Okay? Don't limit yourself. Don't hinder yourself. Okay? So this is what I mean by never underestimate yourself. You can do wonders if you want. Okay? Great. Let's move on to the third point, which is listen to more English every day. This is of crucial importance to learning English, and maybe I'm going to talk about it a lot. We know that, like, if I ask you about the baby, how does a baby start to speak actually? We maybe agree if we say the baby starts speaking after listening to his parents, to his brothers and sisters, after approximately 2 years of listening. So the baby listens first and speaks. This is our nature. The same thing with a foreign language. You have to expose yourself to listening. Listen a lot, even if you don't understand. Many people, when we give them this, this advice to listen to English, to watch mainly YouTube channels. Some YouTube channels are very useful, and maybe quickly I can recommend some channels like Papa Teach Me, like English with Lucy, and English with Rachel's English. So a lot of channels are great. Now, maybe if you listen to the radio, to a podcast, any listening, any authentic English material, maybe you are going to tell me, but we understand only half of it. We don't understand. Maybe some people don't understand at all. But I'm going to tell you something. Now, we have to differentiate between the listening of fun, like when you watch your favorite movie, your favorite cartoon, maybe, your favorite soap opera, to watch for fun. This is something to watch for fun. You are tired, and here you can watch in English, French, Arabic, any language you want. I'm talking about the listening of practice. I'm talking about the listening of learning. Now, even if you don't understand, it's okay. Why is that? Because I want the learners to get their ears used to English. Many people don't understand native speakers. Why is that? Why do you think many people say, I can speak, but when it comes to listening, I find it very difficult to understand native speakers when they speak? Because they haven't exposed themselves to the listening, because they haven't trained their ears to listening to English. يعني الأذن تاعنا لم نمرنها على الاستماع للغة الإنجليزية. This is the problem. You have to get used to that. Maybe you are not going to understand what you listen to from the first week, from the first month, okay? But I will guarantee you that the more you listen, the better you will understand native speakers and anyone who will speak English, okay? Now, when your ear listens to a new language like English, it will decipher first the audio, first the output is going to be kind of codes, like you don't understand anything. Your brain is not yet able to decipher or to understand what you are listening to. But with time, with practice, don't forget that at the same time you are reading, at the same time you are learning at school maybe, at the same time you are making other efforts, okay? With time, what you listen to will be clearer. But I repeat it again, it's very important to listen to English every single day. Now here, when I say every single day, it depends on the people, it depends on their capacity, it depends on their free time as well. If you are free, I do recommend that you listen to English minimum 30 minutes, half an hour a day. This is the minimum. Now, if you are stronger, if you have a great will, if you can do more, I encourage you. If you can reach an hour of listening a day, that's awesome. Now, if you are busy, if you work, try to go to 10 minutes, 5 minutes a day, that's okay. But make sure you do it every day. You see, it's like practicing sport. If, you know, just take someone who has never practiced sport, someone who is maybe obese or overweight. The very first day that he tries to run, you know, he is going to find it really difficult. Maybe he is going he's going to jog, he's going to walk. But after a month, after 2 months, he will be able to run better than before. But he has to do that, he has to practice, he has to train every day. The same thing with English. If you listen to English every day, okay, you are gonna find it difficult in the very beginning, but with practice it's gonna be better, okay? Great. Let's move on to the fourth point I have, which is reading out loud, to read out loud. I am sure that you teachers maybe at school, maybe you have already some books at home, you like reading, but I think you read silently. And okay, it's fun, it's great to read silently, to enjoy your book, but when it comes to English or learning a new language, I do recommend that you read out loud. Why is that? You are going to hit or kill 2 birds with 1 stone. If you read silently, you are just going to read like a normal way. But if you read out loud, you are going to get your speech mechanisms into English, because you know the places of articulation of Arabic and English are difficult. Many people find it difficult to speak because their places of articulation يعني مناطق أو مخارج الحروف ليست معتادة على اللغة الإنجليزية، معتادة على العربية فقط مثلا. But if you read out loud, okay, you are going to get your places of articulation used to English. For example, the lips, the mouth, the tongue, the teeth, the upper plate, the jaw, the T-Rex, many articulations are going to be used to English, okay? I do recommend here audiobooks. So like try to listen, read out loud at the same time. So the audiobooks, like you go to the library, you will find some novels with CD on the back. So what do? You download the audio in your phone or computer or whatever, you listen to it and you repeat out loud. This is awesome. Just try it and you will see how within short time you will be better than before, okay? And here I give you another tip. When you try to speak, when you try to read out loud it means loudly، يعني تقرأ بشكل أو بصوت مرتفع. يعني عندما تقرأ بصوت مرتفع حاول أنك تسجل صوتك، وبعد شهر حاول أنك تسجل صوتك مرة أخرى حتى يعني تقارن هل هناك improvement or not. Try to listen to yourself or try to record yourself the first time when you speak or when you record yourself or when you read out loud, and do it again, you know, to see the improvement. And you will be amazed. You will be very happy with the improvements, okay? Very good. Let's move on to number 5, which is choose the method that suits you. Suits you, and here just we say suit, not sweet. So we say suit. Choose the method that suits you. It means, you know, sometimes when I give you, or when the teachers, when the tutors give you pieces of advice, they ask you to listen to English, to listen to songs, to read books, to practice with your friends, to chat, to visit a foreign country. They give you a lot of pieces of advice, but maybe you are not comfortable. For example, I say, listening to music is great to learn English. Yeah, that's true. Many people learn English through listening to songs, but I don't like that method. Maybe I don't listen to songs. So what can I do? Am I going to say, okay, I'm not going to learn English? No. Try to use your passion. Passion is the thing that you like. Passion هو الشيء الذي تحبه كثيرا. Try to use your passion to learn English. For example, me, when I was a student of English, I used to, until now, like I like reading all the time. I like reading. Reading is my life. So me, in my case, I learned a lot of things through reading. I was listening to audiobooks, I was reading, using dictionary, but other people don't like reading. They find it boring, they find it dull and takes a lot of time and everything. So I'm not going to impose that on the people who don't like reading, or, you know, I'm going to ask them to choose what they like. So if I ask you, for example, what do you like doing in your everyday life? So can I hear some answers? So are you the kind of people who like watching TV? Are you the kind of people who like chatting with others? Are you the kind of people who like traveling? Are you the kind of people who like moving around? So what kind of people are you? Can I hear some answers? No, it's not possible to hear some answers.
Producing expression from the nature by walking, reading, and following many programs.
Okay. For example, what is your favorite? What's your favorite program you follow? You mean TV programs, shows? This is it?
Yes, I have watched a previous one called Dr. House. Yes,
Great.
he was his accent and the pronunciation and the events that have be before. So that was my favorite one.
MashaAllah. What's your name?
Muna Kanaan.
What's your name? Okay. Just I wanted to mention your name to the others. So, for example, this girl, I can find I can feel she has a passion for TV, for TV shows, for programs. Now, I'm going to encourage this girl to watch more. I'm going maybe to advise her to go further and watch YouTube and watch further, further movies, further channels, the commentaries and everything. She says, I like nature, so I'm going to advise her to watch documentaries about nature, about animals in English. Okay? Now, another person here. Yeah.
Sorry. Good evening.
Good evening,
everyone. I'm really watching and following an app. It's a radio app and some channels on the radio. It's called BBC and all of these series of BBC. So it's in a British accent. I train my ears every day to listen when I wake up at the early morning and when I go for 10 minutes, maximum 20 minutes to listen every day to train my ear. So when I could speak.
Very good. Very good. You are saying very important. I like when you say, I'm training my ear.
Already listen to.
Awesome. So this is what I said. Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah. So this is what I said before.
And besides that, practicing my mouth. It's all about mouth practicing. Okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And this is what I said before. Training. Here it's like a practice. It's like sports.
I can see in a group. It's like driving a car. You only take lessons, theoretical lessons without practicing. And even it's like swimming. If you know about swimming and learn, I don't know, but if you couldn't practice it with yourself, you won't get it. You won't reach your point. So even in English language, it's all about practicing the language. I can see in many groups, they send pics, they send information, they have so much big information in their mind. But when you try to speak them, they couldn't speak for 1 minute.
Okay, what you said is awesome. Thank you so much, Hisham. We need to carry on. So you are right, and keep doing that. We go to the 6th point, which is learn phrases, not single words. Now, many learners have this, this tendency of learning single words, of typing single words, of memorizing single words. But what do you think better is to learn sentences, phrases, or words? For sure, learning phrases is better than words. Why? Because if you learn single words, you are going to learn them without any context. You are going to forget them after. Many people say we forget what we learn. That's because they try to memorize single words without any further meaning, without any practice. But if you learn phrases, and here in brackets, I encourage you to learn idioms. I don't know how to say idioms in Arabic. So I do encourage you to learn idioms because you have the context. You can see how the words are linked together, how the words work with other words. You can see the grammar as well. You can see that here I have the past, and here I have the present. You can see the adjectives, the noun, so sentences give you a lot, but single words, they are like empty. Okay, and as I said before, you will soon forget the meaning. So please, guys, try to learn phrases, not single words, and try to learn phrases that suits your research, your major, your domain. For example, if you are doctors, if you study medicine, try to look for medicinal sentences. If you are teachers, maybe try to have or learn sentences which are related to teaching and everything. Let's go to the last point, which is number 7. Reward yourself and be happy of your achievements. Here I go back to the psychological state. You see, for example, a child, if you tell him, very good, you are great, you see the feeling, maybe when we were at school and the teachers tell us, great, very well done, you are great. So we feel very happy and we feel ready to work more and we feel ready to give and to expose ourselves to the language more. So whenever you achieve something, for example, you learned new words, for example, you spoke with people, reward yourself. Reward يعني كافئ نفسك. Reward yourself by saying that you are great. Maybe by inviting yourself or you invite others to go out and share your knowledge with others and everything. The more or the happier you get, the better work you will do in the future. Again, this is related to the psychological state of our bodies, of ourselves. So we have to take care of this psychological part. Now, these were some of the pieces of advice that I wanted to share with you. I would like to talk about some of the mistakes learners make. Now, of course, many learners make mistakes, and let's talk about them so that we don't make them when we learn English, okay? Now, maybe most of the mistakes I have here are opposites of what I have said before. I'm going to be brief here so that I don't lose time and give you the space to ask your questions. So the first mistake is not being serious. As I said before, if you are not serious, if you are not determined, if you are not ambitious, you are not going to learn. This is not only in English, in the university, at school, in your work, your relationships with your friends and family. If you are not serious, you are not going to succeed. So try to be serious in your studies and try to be serious in your learning of English, okay? Number 2, not having a clear vision. You see, when we don't know what our goal is, we are going to be lost. Many people feel lost because they don't have a clear vision in their lives. Now, if I ask maybe some of you, or if I ask random people, I ask anyone, I ask him or her and say, why would you like to learn English? Maybe the answer would be, I don't know. My parents asked me to learn English. My friend is learning English, so I am learning English like my friend. So you see that there is no soul. You see that there is no ambition. Like there is nothing that pushes them to learn English, and this is a big mistake. Try to have, as I said before, a clear vision, because if you don't have any goal, you are not going to go farther, okay? The third part is that focusing on the accent. I don't understand why many people focus on the accent in their beginnings. Like when they begin, when they start learning English, they say, I would like to speak with like that actor. I would like to speak like, British accent or American accent, or, the accent comes after. What you should do is learn English first. English, vocabulary, grammar, and everything. Accent, many people have a good accent, but they make a lot of mistakes. Their English is not clear. The writing is not good. Why? Because they were focusing only on the accent. Don't focus on the accent only. If I give you, for example, if a British man or American woman speak Arabic, Do you think they care for the accent? Do you think they are going to speak like us, like an Arab? No, they are not going to speak like Arabs because they are not Arabs. The same thing with us. We are not native speakers. We are not British. We are not American. So it's okay if I don't have a British accent. It's okay if I don't speak with an American or Australian or Canadian accent. What's the most important thing is that my English is clear, I can speak, I can communicate, I understand other people when they speak. This is the most important thing. English, after all, is a language, and a language is used to communicate with other people, not to brag. Some people want to have an accent just to brag. Brag يعني يختال. Okay, no. So it's okay. I'm not saying that you don't have to, but what I'm saying is that focusing, like you give much focus to the accent rather than English itself. This is wrong. Okay, so your preoccupation should be English, the language first, and maybe after you can, when you study English and you feel good and everything, then maybe you can swap and go to the accent. Let's go to the
interrupt you, please. This is the most problematic concept in nowadays. All of the students are shattered between achieving or acquiring accuracy or fluency. All of them, I noticed that they seek only, like what you say, to brag, to have the accent and say whatever, only by having the same shakes or the same what they call it, I don't know, but there is a missing of working hard on the language structures and the linguistic elements. That's what I want to focus on.
Thank you. That's right. That's so right. And let me answer you, or let me give more clarification by giving an example. I have a friend of mine. He used to speak, like, honestly speaking, he had a very beautiful American accent. And he heard a friend of him speaks with a British accent and he likes it so much. So what did my friend do? He tried to imitate his friend and speak with a British accent. Believe me, his English became like rubbish, like you don't understand anything. It was like ugly. And when I said, come on, like you were doing great before, why have you changed? He said, because my friend speaks with British accents and I like how my friend, I don't know what. No. You know, this is related to our personality as well. Some people have this
like confidence.
Thank you so much. Confidence, and come on, it's about our personality. Why do you like to imitate others? Where is your personality? No, that's wrong. That's wrong. As I said before, you are not British and you are not supposed. Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry, sir, but my teacher at university always tell us to be careful about the exact pronunciation. He said, always saying because
okay, I'm gonna stop you there.
Because you will be misunderstood when you talk to a native speaker. When you could make a disaster if you mistake.
Okay, your teacher didn't say pay attention to the accent. She says, or she said, pay attention to the pronunciation. And there is a big difference between the pronunciation and accent. Accent is related to the culture, to the country, how people of specific country speak English. Pronunciation is about how we pronounce the words, the letters. For example, if you say, for example, if you say, let me think of an example. If you say mobile, the mobile, for example, here in Algeria, because we speak French, many people say mobile instead of mobile. what do I tell them? I tell them your accent is incorrect or your pronunciation is incorrect. What do I tell them?
I think pronunciation.
Pronunciation, because we say mobile, we don't say mobile, okay? For example, I say, my name is Nسيم. I don't say, Minam is Nسيم. Many people don't say my name, they say Minam. People from China and, you know, they don't say my name, they say Minam. So this is another, I say, the pronunciation is wrong. I don't say.
I tell him that your pronunciation.
Yeah, let me just finish. When you said to understand foreign people or to understand native speakers, I answered this before when I talked about some pieces of advice, and I said you have to get used to listening. Yeah, try to listen to native speakers, but not to be a native speaker, not to have the accent, to train your ears to understand English, okay? Because you cannot understand if you don't know how to speak. You cannot understand if you don't decipher, you know, because the speech is kind of codes for our brain. So in order to decipher or to understand the language that is new for you, you have to listen to it a lot. So this is different, okay? Now, I'm going to finish these 3 points, and then I'm going to open the space for you to ask your questions. So, point number 4, a common mistake is giving more importance to grammar. You know, now in the new methodology, now teachers are teaching grammar indirectly. We call it implicit method, implicitly. It's like we don't take the books and we learn the grammar by heart. We try to learn it indirectly. Let me give you an example. Instead of taking the book and studying hard and saying, we use the past simple by, for example, I'm speaking about the past. We use the past simple when we have a finished action in the past. We put ed to the verb. We use did in the past. We use was in the past. You can understand that without learning. For example, if I tell you yesterday, and you know that yesterday is the past. If I tell you yesterday I visited my grandparents. So what would you say? Yesterday is the past. The verb is visit. We have added ed. Okay, so here in the past, we add ed to the verb. So you can learn grammar like implicitly through the meaning, through the context, without paying or without giving it that much importance. Grammar is important. No one is going to deny that, but I'm talking about learning. So what I'm saying now, like when you watch movies, when you pay attention, here the context is very important. When you pay attention to the context, you will alone learn some grammatical notions without taking these big books and you know, learning by heart and everything. Okay, of course, we have to learn other grammar lessons, but I mean, don't take hours and hours a day just to focus. You know, I don't know about your country, but here in Algeria, like our syllabus is heavy with grammar. Like we don't give the students the time to speak, to practice. What I want to say here, in schools, we have to give the students the time to practice, not only to learn grammar, and then in the exams and tests is all about the grammar. And you see, this is what I want to say. This is wrong because we are going to neglect the practice side of the language. And this is what I mean in number 5, when I said neglecting the practice side. So when you give, you know, when you pay attention to grammar all the time and you study grammar all the time, where is the practice? You won't practice, you won't have time to practice, okay? And let's forget about grammar. Many people learn vocabulary, pronunciation, many things, but they don't practice enough. They don't speak with friends. They don't use the language. There is a proverb in English that says, if you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't use what you learn, you will lose it. You will forget about it. So please try to practice English every single day. Okay? The last point that I want to talk about and give you the space to talk, comparing, sorry, I wanted to say yourselves, not themselves, comparing yourselves to others. And here I said in the wrong way. Comparing ourselves to others can be good as it can be bad. It is good if other people motivate us to work more. This is great. But what I mean here, many, as I told you about my friend before, like you see your friend, oh, he is great, I'm not. He speaks English, I can't speak English, I can't have the same accent as he have. So you keep comparing yourself to others in the wrong way. It's okay if you don't speak like the other person. It's okay if you don't follow the same method. If your friend has learned English through songs, you are not obliged to learn English through songs. If your friend has traveled, has gone to America or London or Australia to learn English, you are not supposed to do the same. Try to find your proper way. Sorry, try to find your own way. As I said before, try to discover yourself, try to see what your passion is and use it to learn English. So this is what I wanted to say, to talk about today. So let me recapitulate, let me sum up. We spoke about some pieces of advice to learn English and also some common mistakes that we have to avoid, okay? Now we still have some minutes together to answer some of your questions. Who would like to ask a question? Do you have questions?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I face difficulties in finding a partner.
Sorry, just a second. Try to make your questions brief, please. Don't ask long questions because I don't have much time because I'm busy after. So please make your questions very brief. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. I kind of told you, I listen to English conversations every single day. But you know, when it comes to practicing, I do not find the suitable friend who has the same of my passion to speak. So this makes me embarrassed all the time with people.
Okay. I always advise the people who don't find. So first of all, I would like to say now we are in 2020, social media exists, so it's difficult not to find a partner. So you can find maybe here some people here. So please, people, the ones who are here, if you would like to practice with Sir, try to be in contact. Now, you can find partners on social media, in your school, in your neighborhood. But if you don't find, I advise you, Sir, to speak to yourself. Yes, many people practice, and I was among those people. You know, I'm a bit older than you, and in the past, we didn't have social media like you. We didn't have cool people. You know, English in our country is not like, you know, in our country, people speak French, people don't speak English. So in my country, it's very difficult. Now it's better, but in the past, it was difficult to find partners. So what did I do? I was speaking to myself. But you are going to tell me I'm not crazy. No, you are not going to be crazy. Try to pick up. What can you do, sir? You tell me that you listen to English shows or conversations on the TV and something. Try to sum up. Sum up يعني دير ملخص تلخيص. Try to sum up your show in an oral way. So, for example, you say today's show, today's film, today's documentary, for example, was about this and this and this. This is what I learned. This and this say this. This is the new words that I have learned. This and this and this. Try to put the new words in your examples in an oral way. So just speak it out, okay? And while doing that, try to record yourself so that you can listen to yourself to check how well you were, how great you were, okay? Can we hear another question?
Okay, Mr. Naseem, I have some of the common questions that we collected before the lecture. So one of the questions says, the person who asked said, I have a fear of speaking in English. What is the solution to controlling it, even though I am good at the language itself?
He is afraid, you said? He has a fear.
Yeah, he's afraid of speaking, but he's good, good at it.
Okay, first of all, sir, I just would like, you know, I used to be very shy. I would like to ask yourself, what's the problem? Why am I shy? Like, these people are normal people. And I would like you to feel that by speaking with other people, you will help them. You are great, you say, you are good at English. So maybe if you speak with others in English, you are going to help them. This is number one. Number two, the people who are shy, the people who are afraid of speaking with others, don't socialize. Socialize, it means they are not in contact with other people. They are introverts. So try to socialize, try to be in contact with other people, okay? If you are not at ease by having this socializing, try to practice the English through what do we call it? Messenger. I think, you know, when you take Messenger, you can create groups and you can speak with others without showing your face. So many people feel afraid. Maybe the people who are asking now, they feel free because they don't show their face. But maybe if they show their face, they are going to be embarrassed, okay? So try to speak with others through messengers, through social media without showing your face. This way, you will be at ease and you will practice English, okay?
So I have another question. The second question is, how can we figure...
I have a question related to this issue. So I hope you will not, or you will never mind.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I believe that both of shyness, apprehensions, or anxiety, all of that are related to the environment that we are living in. So as a learner and as a shy learner, when we talk to the other, the main cause that makes us shy is their reflection or their expression towards us. So how can we solve this problem according to not being comfortable with the same people for one particular cause, which is about related to hateness or love, or something related to this.
Okay, I got you. Your question is very clear. I just would like to say, yeah, I agree with you. Some people are shy, some people feel introvert, or they don't feel comfortable because they have been bullied, because they have been mocked at, they have been laughed at, they haven't been respected, maybe. As a consequence, like the next time they want to talk, they feel very shy, they feel embarrassed, they feel anxious, they are not at ease. Okay. Now, my first, maybe you as young people, I would like to tell you, like everyone here, not only you, like everyone here, don't bully others, don't mock at others, don't make fun. Make fun of others, it means taskhar. Don't, because you are impacting their lives, you are impacting their improvement and their way of thinking. This number one. Number two, now I would like to tell you, try to speak with yourself, miss. Try to take time for yourself. Now, if I ask you, who is the real nonsense? Who is the real fool? Is it you, or the one who is making fun of you, or the one who is making comment? Even if you make mistakes, I forgot to say that before, people don't feel comfortable because they make mistakes. Okay, I make mistakes, and after, where's the problem? My English is not very good. Okay, where's the problem? Is this a reason to laugh? Is this a reason to make a scene? Of course not. Who is the fool here? Me or the other person? For sure is the other person. Okay? Now, what this kind of shy people have to, and sometimes it's good to be shy, by the way, but in the right side, you have to convince yourself. You know, this is again related to the psychological state. Sometimes you have to speak with yourself. You have to confront yourself. You have to confide in yourself. So you have to tell yourself that, hey, I am not making a mistake. Why should I be shy? No, I don't have to be shy. I'm not. Is it wrong? Are you making something wrong? Tell me. No. Am I hurting the others? hurting يعني آذي، أؤذي الآخرين. هل أنا أؤذي الآخرين بتصرفي أو بكلامي؟ قطعا لا. Am I making mistakes? Am I hurting, the others? Of course not. So why? Why should I feel embarrassed at all? Okay? It is very helpful to speak. Don't leave it inside. This is the problem, is that we keep everything inside. Don't keep it inside. Like, if somebody is making comment, try to say, but okay, if I make a mistake, just correct me. There is no need to make this mockery or to make this kind of silly comment, okay? So try to give an advice. If, for example, if you see someone hurting the others because others have spoken in English and have made mistakes, try to advise them, okay? الدين النصيحة كما قال الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام. So try to advise him and try to show the impact. Like, hey, if you make fun of others, you are going to affect other people's lives, okay? So let me repeat what I have said. First of all, you don't have to be shy. There is no need to be shy. You are not making, you are not making anything wrong. You are just learning. This is number one. Number two, you have to ask yourself, why should I be shy? If there is no reason to be shy, then don't be. Number three, try to answer the one who is commenting you. Try to talk with the one who is laughing or who is making gestures, or why are you doing that? What's wrong? Okay, and tell him or her that I don't care, I'm learning and it's okay. Okay, and as I said to the one before, maybe this stage is difficult, but train yourself to speak with public, train yourself to talk with others. Start by talking with one person and 2 people, 3 people, until you speak with a crowd of people. So I hope my answer is beneficial for you. Another question?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Excuse me, sir, I have a question, another question.
Is there another person so that I can give a chance to everyone here? If there is no one who wants to ask questions, I come back to you, okay? Because I just I still have 5 minutes in my hands, 5 minutes and I go. So is there another one who has got a question? So I come back to you, Miss, the responsible here. You were asking a question?
Yeah,
you said
I was wondering, here in Iraq, I'm from Iraq, by the way, we study English books, and even English accents, and even in the university, we study English phonetics.
Sir, I'm not listening to you. If you can type down your question. I couldn't hear you, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
And by the way, you remind me of my...
Sir, I couldn't hear you.
Amazing.
I'm sorry, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I couldn't hear you. Your voice is disconnecting. It's been breaking down. I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
How about now?
Okay, try again.
Okay.
And
I'm saying,
make it brief. Make it brief.
Yeah.
Don't ask long question.
Okay, okay. Here in Iraq, considering I'm from Iraq, we study British accent, study on British books. Even university, we have studied English phonetics and phonology. But now, when I finished this year, when I want to watch movies, all of the movies are American, and I know British accent, and this is disturbing me. And I can't differentiate between British and American. I don't find British movies, so this problem is making for me. Yes, yeah.
Okay, if you would like
How
British,
could I solve this out?
In your case, you can use YouTube. So you can use, I'm gonna give you a channel, it's called British with Lucy. It's 100% British. So all her videos is about British English and all what is related to English with British accent. So again, the YouTube channel is called English with Lucy. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Pleasure. Pleasure. Another question, so I'm going to take a final question. I'm going to take a final question because so sorry. I'm a bit busy. Is there a final question?
I think that's it for the question, Mr. Bلكحلة. I would like to end the lecture for tonight. Thank you, Mr. Bلكحلة, for your time, and thank you for your amazing advices. I hope everyone got the benefit from our lecture tonight. Thank you to all of our audience. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you again in another lecture. To you too, Mr. Bلكحلة. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being present, and I hope this short intervention was very beneficial for you. Thank you so much for being present.
Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
Thank you so much.